For many long years, a profound silence had fallen over the canopy of the Atlantic forest in Alagoas, Brazil. The vibrant flashes of green and red, once a common sight, had vanished. The boisterous calls of the red-browed Amazon parrot, a sound as integral to this landscape as the rustling of leaves, were no longer heard. This beautiful bird, with its striking crimson forehead, had been completely erased from this part of its native home. The forest felt emptier, a little less alive, its colorful spirit dimmed by the absence of one of its most charismatic inhabitants. It was a loss felt not just by the trees and the other creatures, but by the very soul of the wilderness itself, a quiet testament to a world out of balance. But then, something truly remarkable happened. After decades of absence, a new sound echoed through the treetops. It was the unmistakable, joyful squawk of the red-browed Amazon. A small flock, pioneers of their kind, soared through the air, their brilliant plumage a stark and wonderful contrast against the deep green leaves. This was not a chance migration or a lucky accident. It was the culmination of a dedicated, heartfelt effort to turn back the clock and heal a wound inflicted upon the natural world. The parrots were home. Their return marked a pivotal moment, a symbol of hope that what was lost could, with care and determination, be found again, restoring a piece of the forest's vibrant heart. The story of their return begins with their disappearance. The primary cause was a relentless assault on two fronts. Firstly, the illegal wildlife trade saw these intelligent and beautiful birds captured in staggering numbers, stolen from their nests to be sold as pets. Each bird taken from the wild was a voice silenced, a link in the chain of its family and its ecosystem broken forever. They were condemned to a life in a cage, far from the forest home that they were born to inhabit. This insatiable demand created a vacuum in the wild, one that the remaining parrot populations simply could not fill, leading to a swift and tragic decline. At the same time, their home was being systematically destroyed. The magnificent Atlantic forest, one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth, was being cut down at an alarming rate. Ancient trees were felled for timber, and vast swathes of land were cleared for agriculture and cattle ranching. With every hectare of forest that fell, the parrots lost their nesting sites, food sources, and the very branches upon which they rested. Trapped between the poacher's net and the bulldozer's blade, the red-browed Amazon's fate in Alagoas seemed sealed. Their disappearance was a quiet catastrophe, a warning of a much larger ecological crisis unfolding across the region. The absence of the red-browed Amazon did more than just quiet the forest. It began to unravel the intricate web of life that had sustained it for millennia. These parrots, like many fruit-eating birds, are not just residents of the forest, they are its gardeners. As they feast on a wide variety of fruits, they travel great distances across the canopy. In doing so, they perform a vital service known as seed dispersal. The seeds of the fruits they consume pass through their digestive systems unharmed and are deposited far from the parent tree, complete with a small amount of natural fertilizer. This process is absolutely essential for the forest's health, regeneration, and genetic diversity. Without the parrots, this natural seed-spreading mechanism faltered. Certain tree species, particularly those with larger seeds that smaller birds cannot manage, began to struggle. Their seeds would simply fall to the ground beneath the parent tree, where they would have to compete for sunlight and nutrients in an already crowded space. This lack of dispersal meant that the forest could not easily colonize new areas or recover from damage. The vibrant and diverse mosaic of plant life began to lose its richness. The silence left by the parrots was, in reality, the sound of an ecosystem slowly losing its ability to heal itself, its future becoming less and less certain with each passing season. This ecological decline highlighted a crucial truth. Every species, no matter how small or large, plays a role. The forest is a complex community where birds, mammals, insects, and plants are all interconnected. The parrots were a keystone species, and their removal had a cascading effect on the entire system. Their disappearance was a stark reminder that the beauty of nature is intrinsically linked to its function. The vibrant colors and lively calls were not just for show. They were the outward signs of a healthy working ecosystem. When those signs vanished, it signaled a deep and troubling sickness within the forest itself, one that could not be cured without addressing the root cause. Recognizing this urgent need, a group of dedicated individuals decided to take action. They knew that simply protecting the remaining forest fragments was not enough. They had to actively bring back the missing pieces of the puzzle. This led to the creation of the ARCA project, the Alliance for the Restoration of the Atlantic Forest. It was a bold and ambitious plan. The goal was not just to conserve, but to restore. The centerpiece of this new approach was the reintroduction of the red-browed Amazon. It was a powerful statement that humanity could not only cause extinction, but could also, through concerted effort, bring a species back from the brink and help mend the world we had damaged. The success of the ARCA project was built on a foundation of unprecedented collaboration. Scientists and conservationists from the Save Brazil organization brought their deep knowledge of the parrot's biology and behavior. They worked hand-in-hand with private landowners, who generously dedicated parts of their property to become protected havens for wildlife. This partnership was crucial, as much of the remaining Atlantic forest exists in fragmented patches on private land. By joining forces, they were able to stitch these patches together, creating a larger, more resilient landscape for the returning birds and other creatures to thrive in. This was a new model for conservation in the region. This powerful alliance soon gained the support of public authorities. Recognizing the immense value of this work, the government stepped in to formalize the protection of these areas. Through these partnerships, more than 5,000 hectares of critical forest habitat were officially designated as a private natural heritage reserve. This legal protection ensures that this land is safe from deforestation and other threats for generations to come. It was a monumental achievement, a testament to what can be accomplished when private citizens, scientific experts, and government bodies all share a common goal: the preservation of our planet's natural treasures. The stage was now set for the parrot's return. Before the red-browed Amazons could be released, they had to be prepared for a life in the wild. The birds selected for the project came from rescue centers. They were victims of the illegal trade who had been confiscated by authorities. They had spent their lives in captivity and knew nothing of the forest. In a large, specially designed aviary located within the release area, the parrots began their training. They were taught to recognize native fruits, to fly long distances, and to socialize with each other, forming the strong flock bonds that are essential for their survival. It was a gradual process of rewilding, of helping them remember the ancient instincts encoded in their DNA. The day of the release was a moment of both great excitement and anxiety. The aviary doors were opened, and after some hesitation, the first parrots took flight, their powerful wings carrying them into the green expanse of their ancestral home. The team watched, their hearts filled with hope. The parrots' journey was far from over. Each bird was fitted with a small radio transmitter, allowing the project team to monitor their movements, track their health, and ensure they were adapting to their new environment. This constant vigilance was key to understanding the challenges they faced and ensuring the long-term success of the reintroduction. The return of the parrots has had a profound impact on the local communities. Where once the birds were seen as a commodity to be captured and sold, they are now a source of immense pride. Community members, including former bird catchers, have become the parrots' greatest protectors. They participate in monitoring the flocks, reporting sightings, and educating their neighbors about the importance of keeping these magnificent creatures free. Children look to the sky with wonder, pointing out the flashes of red and green. This shift in perspective is perhaps the project's most significant victory, creating a culture of conservation that is essential for a sustainable future. The success with the red-browed Amazon has paved the way for even more ambitious restoration efforts. The ARCA project is now working to reintroduce other species that have been lost from the region, including the red-humped agouti, a small mammal that also plays a vital role in seed dispersal. The strategy is to rebuild the entire animal community, piece by piece, to restore the complex functions of the ecosystem. Each successful reintroduction breathes more life back into the forest, making it more resilient and more complete. It is a slow and patient process of ecological healing, driven by science and a deep love for the natural world. As the parrots once again carry seeds across the canopy, they are not just planting trees, they are planting hope. Their return is a living, breathing symbol of what is possible. It demonstrates that even in the face of widespread deforestation and biodiversity loss, we have the power to make a positive change. It shows that we can find ways for people and wildlife to coexist, not as adversaries, but as partners in a shared landscape. The story of Alagoas is a blueprint for restoration projects around the globe, proving that with dedication, collaboration, and respect for nature, we can begin to mend our broken planet. The future of the Atlantic forest looks brighter today than it has in a very long time. The vibrant calls of the parrots are more than just a beautiful sound, they are the promise of a renaissance. They tell a story of a forest coming back to life, of a community rediscovering its connection to the wild, and of a future where the rich tapestry of biodiversity can be restored. The journey is long, but the flight of the red-browed Amazon shows us that it is a journey worth taking. For in their survival, we find a renewed hope for our own, and for the health of the wonderful world we all call home.